All right, so I wanted to do a quick tarot tutorial for y'all. I'm on my dining room table here. I have laid out all of the minor arcana cards. So that means any of the major arcana cards I set aside. That would be denoted by the name of the actual archetype at the bottom. If you're using a Rider Waite Smith tarot deck, which is what I recommend you would use when you're first starting out. And what I've done here is you can see Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups. I've got each suit separated out. So I've got Ace of Cups. You can see the cups. And if you can read Roman numerals, I've got them going all the way to King. In tarot, King is high and Ace is low. And so I've done that for each suit. These are just like the playing cards that we use essentially, okay? So we've got Ace of Wands, telling a gradual story all the way to King of Wands. And then we've got Ace of Pentacles all the way to King of Pentacles over there. Same thing with Swords, Ace of Swords, all the way up to King of Swords. And what I've done here is I've basically laid all these out so I can see the gradual telling of the story of each suit, okay? And also, I can kind of compare, like if you look at the fives here, this tends to be kind of like an area where there's a little bit of struggle and a need to pivot throughout all the fives. So you can also see how the numerology relates in some of these cards as well. It's not just how the actual element suit plays into it. There's a lot to these cards. The reason I do this is because each of these is tied to an element. So Ace of Wands, the suit of Wands, okay, you can see right here it says Wands. These wands are kind of considered like fire energy. If you think of wood as a fuel for fire, they're tied to like that sacral chakra. So you can see these wands are orange, right? The sacral chakra is like our center for passion. It's kind of fiery energy. It's like saucy energy. And really the story of the wand suit tells us one of learning how to identify what you're passionate about and fight for the things that you believe in, and taking action and learning really along the way how to set good, healthy boundaries and carve out time and space for you to actually hold space for the things that you're passionate about and you believe in. And then the suit of Pentacles, this is kind of earth energy. So Pentacles, I like to consider seeds or coins, something that we would be planting for future nourishment. And what we would do here is just kind of understand the progression or the journey through the suit of Pentacles while we're looking through Ace to King, okay? It's teaching us how to plant seeds and create frameworks and cooperate with people and make sure we're realistic about planning and, you know, who are our resources and how good are we with receiving and giving and how confident are we when it comes to our values and do we allow ourselves to be comfortable? And here with the sword suit, this one is tied to the element of air, which is kind of like our ability to move data or information or communicate. And when the suit of swords comes up, it's really about how do we solve problems? How do we talk through things? You know, and what challenges are we willing to arise to? And how do we make decisions? How do we grieve or just, you know, rest? And when conflict arises, do we take care of ourselves Do we allow ourselves to kind of get ahead of things that could deceive us? Are we aware of what's overstimulating us? How do we navigate anxiety? When's enough? How much are we willing to put up with? And how do we learn best? And how do we say what we need to say? And so really the Suit of Swords is kind of like our mental health and our ability to communicate. Now here with the Suit of Cups, this is water energy. This is really affiliated with the heart chakra. So how do we connect with one another? It's a very fluid energy. How do we intuit information? How do we allow ourselves to be fluid so that we can create space to emotionally or empathically connect with the people that we love? And it's all about who we choose, how we want to spend that time. Are we grounding our emotions? Do we pivot when, we're going through tough times? Are we stuck in the past? Or do we have a hard time actually knowing what makes us happy? Do we have a hard time walking away from the things that don't? How big can we think? How big can we dream? And, what do we need to understand about the idea of happiness in our relationships? And, using humor to diffuse stress and, moving forward on romanticism, and also keeping calm in situations where, the emotions might be high. And so we're really able to kind of see a lot when we look at these cards laid out. We see the whole story, for each of these elements told here.